Play action. It's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down. Tate. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Looking to throw. Tate under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Over. Watch him now, Barney.
From the gun, Tate. And this one's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Operating from the gun, Tate. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
On first down, Tate. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Off-play action. Tate. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Tate throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10. Goff again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Out of the gun. Goff. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Everyone's got 4 down. Starting left here. Shell. Hard ball.
Goff on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
12. Value 3. Set.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Caught left side by Funchess. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
DC. Al, look up.
On 1st down, it's gone. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, 5. 17. Let's go. 11.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, Tate. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So that now 3 misses here in this first half.
And the important thing is you just can't get discouraged. You may still have some chances to make amends in the second half, so you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind to get the job done.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Starting left here.
The final shot before break here. Goff taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Tate. And an alley to run. again. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tate escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Trucks over it. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Back to throw. Tate. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, I don't know too much about the mind of a kicker, but I think, Charles, it's fair to say he needed that one.
The confidence has still got to be shattered, but you never know when he's going to be called on for the big one. So you got to keep running him out there and just hope that he straightens things out.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
14.
From the gun, here's Goff. Got some room at the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down. Tate, blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Tate. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Powers through it. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
180!
Now a first down throw. Gone. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Super.
On second down, here's Goff. It's caught by Funchess. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
17.
Throwing on third, Goff. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first and 10, Goff. Buying time to his left. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Maverick. Hey, lift.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU.
Here we go.
Well done.
Maverick. Yes, sir. Orange.
Gone. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Goff now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Go, son. 180. Watch 89. Switch.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try the air now with Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
4 now. 2 for 66.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Gano out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriots! Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Throwing on 1st down. Tate, he'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Orange.
Now it's gone. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 76.
Now gone. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. McCaffrey following the penalty. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.